At family dinner, Dad hit me for refusing to sell my company to fund my brother's startup. They said he had real potential. I just smiled, because that was the last tea they'd hear from me. "You ungrateful little bastard," Dad snarled, rising from his chair. The fork dropped from my hand. "You're really gonna sit there and tell us you won't help your own brother? Not even a loan?" "It's not a loan if you expect me to give up the company I built from scratch," I shot back. "That company wouldn't even exist if we didn't feed you for 20 damn years," Mom added, her wine glass barely touching her lips. "Jesus, you act like you're Jeff Bezos," my younger brother Jake scoffed. "You code, big deal. You fail every startup you touch," I replied, calm, controlled, but my hand was shaking. Then it happened. Dad slapped me. Right there at the table, the china rattled. The air left the room. "Don't you dare talk to your brother like that. He's got real potential." I blinked, and then I smiled, because that was the last time they'd ever hear from me. Who I am. My name is Ethan Miller. I'm 26, live in Austin, and run a quietly successful AI consulting firm I built from a coffee shop and a cracked laptop. I'm not flashy. I don't wear watches that could pay rent. I keep my head down and my work tight. But success doesn't make you immune to family, especially when that family still sees you as a kid who got lucky. That night I wasn't angry. I was done waiting to be seen. Done hoping they'd remember what I gave up for them. Done shrinking so Jake could shine. Meet the family. Dad, Mark, 58. Retired cop. Believes discipline equals love. Hits harder with his silence than his hand. Mom, Linda, 55. Corporate HR manager. Masters in manipulation. Knows how to say something that sounds like support but feels like poison. Jake, 24. Golden boy. Serial startup dreamer. Never held a job longer than 6 months. Parents paid off his credit card debt. With my help, once. Me, Ethan, 26. The mistake that turned responsible. The fixer. The one who missed prom, skipped spring break, and coded while Jake got bailed out. "You think you're better than us now?" Jake said, his voice rising. "You're just scared someone else in this family might actually succeed for once." I looked at Mom. She didn't flinch. She agreed. "We're just asking for help. Family helps each other," she said, like a threat wrapped in concern. "You mean like when I co-signed on Jake's last loan and you all conveniently forgot to pay it back?" That silenced them for a moment. Dad leaned in. "That was handled. With my credit score. We're not asking you to give up everything." Mom said, "You literally asked me to sell my company. Just a stake in it. You're single, no kids. What's the big deal?" Jake jumped in. "The big deal is I built something for me for once, and you all can't stand it," I replied. "You just want to bleed it dry like everything else I've ever had." Don't be dramatic." Mom rolled her eyes, but I wasn't being dramatic. I was being precise. I remember being tainted midway through college. Jake got arrested, again, for vandalizing a professor's car after failing a class. It was Dad who called me, whispering at 2 a.m. "We can't afford another mark on his record. Can you take the blame?" I did. I dropped out for a semester, took the community service, lost my scholarship, had to switch majors. They said they'd make it up to me. They never did. They never even mentioned it again. 3 weeks after that dinner, I mailed them a box. Inside were framed photos of the house I bought, in my name only, of the incubator I privately funded, but under a friend's LLC, and a letter. "Jake, the startup idea you pitched, already built it. Quietly, with someone who actually knows how to deliver. We launched last month, made $180K in the first 2 weeks. Check the patent filing date if you don't believe me." Mom, Dad. I didn't disappear because I was bitter. I disappeared because I finally realized what I was worth and what I wasn't. They never saw it coming because for the first time, I didn't argue. I acted. Jake called 8 times in 2 hours. Voicemails shifted from, "You snake," to, "Bro, please, we can work together." Mom emailed a long-winded guilt trip disguised as a check-in. Dad didn't say a word, just sent a photo of the empty dinner table from that night. I blocked them all, but not before replying once. "You all finally hear me now? Or do you need another portfolio?" I moved to Denver. Smaller scene, cleaner air, better people. One day, months later, a card came in the mail. No return address, but the handwriting was familiar. Jake. "I messed up. I see that now. I hope you're good. I'm trying to be better. No asks. Just, I'm sorry." I didn't cry. I didn't smile either, but I didn't throw it away. I just put it in a drawer, because maybe growth takes time. Even for golden boys, I walk into my office every morning and see a small, sticky note on my monitor. Don't shrink. It's not about money or revenge. It's about value. Mine. Jake's texted a few times since. Not perfect, not healed, but better. And me, I'm sack-and-free. Not because they changed, but because I stopped waiting for them to.